YouTube, and welcome to a long-awaited Unity 3D tutorial. So in this tutorial, what we're going to do is, because this is my second time recording it, the first time I recorded it the microphone was muted, which was really annoying. But what we're going to do is make a kind of tutorial. So every game needs a start and an end, correct? So we haven't got any storyline or anything yet, so what we're going to do is put a start into the game. So as soon as you play the game, it tells you how to play. So what I want to do is tell the user how to press WASD to move around. We want them to know how to jump, maybe the inventory, maybe the equip screen, or attack then. The equip screen is one of them, I can't remember, but hey, why not? So we've got quite a few things to do. It's really simple to do. So first thing we're going to do is go to our scripts folder, and we're going to find the HUDs folder here, and we'll just say right click, create JavaScript, and we'll say tutorial. Simple. So we're going to drag this onto the character right here, and boom. Can't wait because it's completion, so we drag again. Boom. So we double click and open it up. So it's really simple to do. So first thing we're going to do is get rid of all of these and create a function called function on GUI, which, if you don't know what that does, it starts the whole graphical user interface bit. Yeah, it just starts it all, so you need it. So first thing we're going to do is simply add a skin to it, because we need a skin. So at the top, I'm going to type var style, and we'll actually create a style, so GUI style. So I'll explain why we're doing that later. But first thing we're going to do is we'll create a group to store everything, because the place I really want it is up in this top corner here, so it pops down and basically says, welcome to the game, would you like to run the tutorial series? And you can click yes or no. Really simple. So we're going to simply type GUI.begin group, and then we'll type rect, so we'll say 820 maybe, then we'll say 0 down, and then for size we'll say 200 across, 100 down, and we'll not put anything in, and then we'll stick our GUI style in here, and then we'll end it. So of course, when you start a group you need to end group, so GUI.end group. Perfect. So right there we've got our main bit. Perfect. So the entire of our tutorial is going to run off of an integer. So we'll just type var tutorial, in fact tutorial number int equals 0. So if it equals 0, it's going to show the first screen. If it equals 1, it shows the next screen, 2, thirds, blah 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 blah, and it goes on like that. So each one just simply adds 1 to it. Really simple. So if we come onto here and simply type switch tutorial number, so we're creating a switch statement. There's nothing really different between an if and a switch statement. Ifs are kind of better, but you can just use any if you like. So I'm going to use a switch statement to make it different. So I'm going to type case 0, so this is the first one. So what this will basically do is say if tutorial number equals 0, show this. So what's it going to show? Well, we need the first screen. Welcome to our tutorial. Yet do you want to continue, yes or no? So first thing I'm going to do is create a GUI.label, and we'll make it a rect and say 10 in, 10 down. We'll say it's 180 across, so it's not going over the edge and it's not going through the beginning, and we'll just say 70 down. So in here we'll type, do you want to use the tutorial? And right under here we'll put our yes and no buttons. So we'll type if GUI.button rect. So let's think of the dimensions. So for the button we'll just say it's 20 in, 180 down maybe, so it's near the bottom. In fact 180 is a bit more. So we'll try 100. Well, we'll try 70 then. So it's not touching the bottom, but it's a bit up because it is 100 in size. And then we'll say 70 for the X and 20 for the Y. So it's not too big-ish. It's a small one. And we'll name this one yes. So we've got that one. So we can copy it and paste it again. And now we'll have a no button. So it'll pretty much be all the same sizes, but I'll set this one to 180. We'll try 100. So if you haven't guessed, I do have the numbers like in my head, so I'm briefly remembering. But hey, so let's try it. So we should have 2 buttons and a label. It won't do anything yet, but it should work. So as you can see, it's not showing the no button. Very simply, it's not showing it is because here, an if statement runs the line under it. The line under it is this if statement. So if we click it, we might get it to show. But hey, so let's think. When they click no, what does it need to do? Well, pretty much just destroy this tutorial script, correct? So if we type destroy this, it'll destroy this script. Easy enough. So if they click no, it destroys it. They don't have to worry about it no more. Easy. But if they click yes, what do we need to do? We need to run the next tutorial. So if I copy this entire case statement, but get rid of all the stuff inside, like so, and then here we can change it to 1, and we'll just say our first tutorial is welcome to the tutorial series. In order to make your character, and I'll just put line view on so you can see what I'm typing. That one, word wrap, there we are. In order to make your character move, press the W, what else is the A, S, trying to get the symbols right, and D keys. Try this now. So I'll just do my grammar again, so there, and D keys. Welcome to the tutorial series. In order to make your character move, press the WASD keys. Try this now. So, the yes button needs to increase the tutorial number. So if we type tutorial number ++, as soon as you press it once, it should move you on to the next tutorial, and I'm just going to make the variable a private. So let's see what we've got so far. It creates a group, it runs a switch statement. If it's 0, it creates 2 buttons. You click yes, it moves on to tutorial. You click no, it does nothing. So let's see if it actually works. So that should hide up, and we can mess with the style in a minute as well to see if we can make it look better. So, as soon as it loads, you see that we have 2 buttons. So we might have to get rid of the white text in a minute, but if we click no, it deletes it. Simple, yes? We click yes, it should move us on to the next tutorial where we can do it. So click yes, welcome to tutorial. So it's smallish, it's looking okay, but let's see if we can edit it. So I shouldn't have unpaused it. But if we go back to style, we can make it look good now. So style. So let's see what we can do to it. So let's try and make it look half decent. So I'm going to add a font to it. So we'll say Arial, so it's normal. We'll increase the font size. Will it work? Okay, apparently it's not wanting to work today, so we'll get rid of that. We'll say word wrap. So if we click yes, it should wrap all the words for us, which it's doing anyway, so that's not working at all. So I'm going to add a background to our style. Maybe that'll do something. So I'm going to go normal, and I'm going to set the background of our group box because it's only attached to the group box. So I'll scroll down and see if I can find an inventory thing. Maybe that'll work. So I'll try this one here and see if that works. So I'll tell you where it is in a minute if it works. So that seems to work nicely there. I like that. And the one I attached is the inventory window. So if we press I, it's that. And it just seems to work well. So if we click yes, it should move on. Try this, and then it's not continuing, so we need to fix that. So it's looking okay so far. We need to stretch that label out or maybe make it a bit smaller, but I think we could make this work really well. So I'm gonna go into our script again, and I'm gonna increase the size of this label. So what I'm gonna do is just reword it a little bit. So welcome to tutorial series. In order to move your character, so we can get rid of the word there, press the WASD keys. Easy enough. So let's actually make it function. So what happens if they press the WASD keys? Well, we want to make it work. Easy enough. So I'm going to type here if input dot get key down W, and then we have to do this for every single one, which is really awkward, but hey. So W WASD. So in here we need to move the tutorial on because they do it. So tutorial number plus plus. So W, A, S and D. So basically it comes down, label, blah blah blah, and I just outstretch it again. If the user presses a WASD key, it increases the tutorial. So let's add one more tutorial, so we'll say 2. And we'll make this tutorial say attacking. So instead of welcome to tutorial, we'll say in order to make your character attack, press the E key. Try this now. So easy enough. We should be able to do this. I hope you can do this. So we'll get rid of that and change it to E. Tutorial number plus plus. So it should keep going and going and going and going and going. And you can build a really large tutorial set really easily. So that's the cool thing. So I've put it into that weird mode again. I don't know how. I keep doing that somehow. But hey. So what would you like to use tutorial? Yes, please. Press the WSD keys. In order to make your character move, attack, press E. Done. There's our tutorial. Easy enough, right? So, I'm going to add a little sound effect 'cause it's a bit boring at the moment. So every time the tutorial moves on, I want to play a sound. So I went searching and I got this notification sound here. So it'll go bing, bing whenever you click a button, basically. And the one I found was on Zedge here. Zedge is a mobile thing which I didn't know had online, but it does, and it works really well. It's all free, so thank you to the guy who uploaded it, which I cannot find your name at this current moment. I apologise, but whoever made it was cool. You, yes you, MK11, MQ. So you can click download there, and it'll click get ringtone, click download to computer. It works really well. So every time it plays tutorial number, we need it to play the ringtone, correct? Easy. So what I'm going to do is down here is type function, play, next, tutorial, there we are. So in here, I'll type simply get number, and then audio.play one shot, and then what's sound our audio, so we'll say notification, notification, there we are. So we'll create this audio clip above, so we'll say here var notification audio clip. So that'll play it, but we need to actually call this. So basically all we're going to do is put it inside everyone. So every time it calls next tutorial, there we are, it's going to come down and say tutorial number plus plus, play the notification sound. Easy, right? So let's go and equip our sound. You can download that, link in the description for anybody who's new. And I'm going to hide our style because it seems to work already. And there's our notification, so we stick notification in. Boom. So we'll see now when we click a button, hopefully yes. So it's working really well. So what I'm going to do is move this above so it plays it no matter what, because otherwise it won't work right well. And we're going to add some more tutorials now just before the end. So the next one I'm going to do is for jumping. Easy enough. So 3, in order to make your character jump, press the space key. Try this now. I'll make that all capitals, it just looks better. Blah blah blah. So input.get key space. Next tutorial. Bing. So we'll make another one because we don't need to test it because we know it works. So what usually follows jump is the double jump, so we need to work on that. Double jump's a little harder to do, but it's really simple at the same time. So what I'm going to do is press enter and open our brackets. And in order to make your character double jump, press the space key again when in mid-air. So that fits on. So in order to do this, what we need to do is use the same principles we did in movement. If you didn't make your character jump, you probably should follow that tutorial, but it's really simple to do. So when the character presses space, then what we can do is type if, and then we need to go and access our character's controller and say if it's not grounded, basically, like we did on movement. So if we go back to our LAN movement, I could pretty much show you. There it is, so it's on character, open up land movement if it lets me, and we find it there. So if it's not grounded, then it does that. So if we find the controller equals get component character controller, on our tutorial we can type if game object dot find character, because that's the name of our character, dot get component character controller dot is grounded. So we've got that one working, but we need to say if it's not grounded. So what you can do is either put equals false, or you can just put an exclamation mark before it. It does the same thing. So if it's not grounded, then in here we need to check if this pressed the space bar again. So in here we put if they press the space down again. We don't need that bracket. Then play next tutorial. So it should go jump, press it again, bing, and it'll move on. Easy, right? So let's do another one, because we can test all this after. Is one big test. In order to, we'll change this one. Visit your inventory. Press the I key. Press the I key. Try this now. Really simple one. So we're just gonna get rid of all this and all this. Input that get key down. I. Simple, right? So we'll just do one more, and then that's changing tutorials, then we can end it. So in order to change your weapon, press the 2 key. And instead of the 2 key, I'm going to use the tilde key, which we made Max Payne wheel on. So if you didn't do that, you can just put 2 for your weapon or something. So there, press the tilde key. Yeah, that'll work. We'll just put a bracket actually on it, because some people don't know what that is, so we need to make it more user friendly. Next to the number 1 key. So that should provide enough information, and I'm basing it off of that one. If it's any longer than this, then it kind of messes up. Yeah, so hopefully it should work perfectly. So last one we've got to do is actually finish the tutorial. So 7. So up here we'll just type thank you for using the tutorial. We hope you enjoy the game. In fact, yeah, thank you for using the tutorial. We hope you enjoy the game. Now we need to create another button, so we'll get this no button and copy it into here. So what we'll do is stretch it on the x-axis to 180, so it's pretty much all of it, and destroy it when they click exit. Perfect, right? So let's give it a test. So we click play, and everything should be set up. So of course we can click no, and then it gets rid, but what we want to do is click yes and test all the tutorials, otherwise we'll not get very far. So let's see. Do you want to use the tutorial? Yes. Welcome to tutorial series, press WSD to move. In order to make your character attack, press the E key. In order to make your character jump, press the space key. In order to make a character double jump, press the space key in midair. So as you can see, it's not working when we do that, but if we do this, works perfect. In order to visit your inventory, press the I key. Perfect. In order to change your weapon, press the tilde key. See, that's why I put the finger key next to the number 1 key. Perfect. So as you can see, but I'm going to change it from keep it to hold it, so it holds it. Thank you for using the tutorial, we hope you enjoy the game, exit. Easy, right? So what I'm going to do is come up, and where it says tilde key here, I'm going to press the tilde key, the key next to the number, so it's that one. Try to spread that word to everybody, tilde key, more people need to know. So for the x-axis, for 180, we'll say it's 10 across, and then that should be it. So we can try no, we can quickly rush through it, and then it should work perfect. So let's see, click no, oh look, we've got no tutorial. Perfect, that's what they want. We might have to make an options screen to turn it back on, but that should be simple. Do you want to use tutorial? Yes. W, E, space, I, and we need to change that to hold, we never did do that. So press the tilde key, hold the tilde key, so they need to read it, otherwise they'll not get it. So we can try again. All we've done is change the label, so we don't need to try no. So I'm just going to click yes, WSD, E, space, I, and that should be it. So E, W, okay, E, I, and hold the tilde key, so they hold it perfect. Thank you for the tutorial, and goodbye.